Welcome to this TF.
The free one?
No.
Bonus.
Ah,
There it
bonus.
is.
You thought it was the free one, but it's the bonus.
Why would they think it was the free one? It's on the bonus feed.
Well, how the fuck would we know that?
Well, I
you
thought it
said,
was the free one.
welcome to the, and then you just pointed across the table at Milo.
Yeah.
That point that translates well into this audio medium that we've been doing for years.
Yeah, because I do the voice on both of them, so I don't know.
Stop doing the bonus voice on the premium ones, on the free ones. No, you know what I mean. Shut up.
It's the bonus!
Yeah, that's right. Welcome to the bonus.
Welcome to Riley and the bonus.
God damn.
Trashfuture Morning Zoo.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm so hungover.
So basically, we have been discussing this for a while. It's the show that has been has received rave reviews as confusing and not very good.
Yeah, it's the best piece of TV the Evening Standard op-ed page will tell you about.
It has like 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I do not
So
understand.
does Bon Cop, Bad Cop.
So what you're telling me is we watched something that was significantly worse than Paddington 2.
Yes, at
That
least
is right.
9% worse, if not more. That's right. It is years and years. We watched years and years. And here to talk about it, it's Riley, Milo, and Alice. What's up,
Yeah.
everyone?
Yo,
This was a painful watch. I hated it so much, and we're only
it's bad.
we're only what 30% through this.
So how we're going to be doing this is we watch 2 episodes. We're going to talk about those 2 episodes, and then as time goes on, we'll do 2
As
more
the years
episodes.
go on.
Yes, as
10
the
years later, we'll do the next 2
and
episodes.
years go by.
Yeah, that's
Dramatic
right.
montages with unsuitably dramatic music.
Yeah,
We will.
terrible soundtrack on
Awful.
this. Dog shit, so bad.
So we watched years and years, and we'll be continuing to do that for a few more
we
episodes.
watched the first 2 episodes, 33% of years and years.
That's right.
And it was 2 episodes too many, in my view.
Yeah. The whole thing gave me a horrible tummy ache.
Yeah. However, I'm that kind of hungover where I'm in the perfect position to critique years and years with the correct amount of vigor. I went to McDonald's on my way to the studio, and I thought I'd parked my car in a space and got out of the car and discovered I just like abandoned it across 2 spaces, and I was like, close enough, nuggets.
Just parked like 28 days later, like slewed across the road. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you went up to the McDonald's, and the dramatic sort of like choral music from years
Christ.
and years started playing.
They do.
Oh god! And everyone's going like, oh, they're like banging on the windows,
hate the
like
fucking
no.
music so much. There's genuinely like every time there's a big emotive liberal moment, they'll do like a big crescendo of choral music, and it gave me a fucking headache every time. And they do it so much.
A big emotive liberal moment, like when you sell your London townhouse for £1.2 million, but then a bank run causes people to literally run at the bank.
Yeah, that's what happens.
It's like 28 days later, but like Lib Dem, like centrist 28 days later. Like, what about the regulatory protections?
So we're gonna get through this. Basically, the structure of the story. One more thing before we go in. I was like, because I'd watched the first 2 episodes of this before, because I read about it, and it seemed like an interesting concept, so I watched the first couple of episodes.
It's classic British prestige TV. It's like Our Friends in the North or whatever, where you make something that says a lot about our society, and the way that you say a lot about our society is every episode you jump forward 5 or 10 years.
Yeah, and you also have the characters do like big, long sort of speeches at like the camera.
Yeah.
And crucially, you have a bunch of actors who are that kind of shit British actor that they're only ever in like low-rent British TV dramas.
Rory
and they've
Kinnear,
never been in...
Russell Tovey.
It's Russell Tovey. And then randomly Emma Thompson, who is like in a different league to every other actor in this show.
She's having fun, at least.
How much money did they offer her for this? Every other actor in the show is like a guy that an American podcaster would invent as a bit when imagining what British TV is like.
Yeah.
So you're telling me there's just a guy with big ears and his name is Russell Tovey.
Oh, it's Gareth Thompson, known for his part in North Street.
Russell Tovey's an interesting one because he's basically
he's a fine
like,
actor. Is the worst part.
He's a fine actor, big ears, 1% body fat, crazily
Really big
ripped.
ears.
Yeah, in this one.
Oh, he's a big guy.
Yeah. Insanely ripped. So congratulations, Russell Tovey. You are the gym rat of the week at TF.
Yeah. You, at Patrick Wyman to collect your prize.
I'm afraid the prize of the TF Clown of the Week goes to Russell T. Davies, the writer of Years
Christ,
and Years.
Of course it was. I didn't even notice that. I didn't know that. But now that you've said that, I'm like, who else could it have been? Who else could have done this?
If you want to just encapsulate everything that's wrong with modern Britain, I think the fact that Russell T. Davies is like a respected and revered like national treasure screenwriter is like a great place to start, because like everything he writes is just like the most insipid like algorithm bullshit.
Yeah.
It is amazing to me. Like, because I think that like it's this weird thing where like Britain for some reason cannot do prestige TV. We're so bad at it. Every time we try and do it, it sucks. There are a bunch of blue tick journalists trying to insist that it's good. And yet America, which makes so many terrible bad cultural products, find the prestige TV very easy. They just knock it out of the park.
Americans made Deadwood.
Also, like,
great show.
The other thing is we keep trying because we have this like inferiority complex about it. So we keep trying to make prestige TV, and nobody gives a shit because nobody watches it. People watch fucking Line of Juicy instead, right?
Counterpoint. There was one amazing sort of semi-British prestige TV show.
Oh wow, semi-British. Okay.
Mainly British cast, which was of course Rome on HBO.
Oh, that ruled.
Yeah, that was true.
That was great.
That was because they had HBO money, right? This was on HBO, but HBO didn't put shit into this.
All the American prestige TV is full of all the good British actors, and then all the shit British actors are in all the ones that are called like Dave Nonce or whatever are in the fucking British prestige TV. You know, fucking Damian Lewis is on the HBO shit.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's it. So basically, right, we follow the Lyons family, who are basically just a whole bunch of British TV character actors.
Lyons. Do you think that says something about England? Maybe.
Yeah.
This is the level that we're pitched at here.
Yeah. They're supposed to be rich. They're actually rich because they're the Lyons Bakery family.
So they're not supposed to be rich. They're they're basically a family of like PMC stereotypes, all of whom are like, I would say middle class.
They're petty bourgeois, but like written by such petty bourgeois people that they think that they're just normal, right? These people do not think that they have a class if they exist in real life.
Also they have a big townhouse in London, which is supposed to be worth £1.2 million. You cannot buy a big townhouse in London for
unless
1.2
it's in like, I don't know, Walthamstow.
Yeah, but it's implied they live in like Islington or something. Like when you look out on the street that they're on, it's like big fuck off tall. We ain't in Walthamstow.
Yeah, they're not in. No, they're not in Clapham.
No.
Anyway, but there are several like strands of this family. I'll just sort of set the scene here. They're from Manchester, and their grandma Muriel, an classic old lady name, lives up in Manchester, where her job is puttering around making tea and saying stuff like, oh, it wasn't like that in my time. But and then also being like, but like being sort of woke, basically. Yeah. Being like woke, but like, oh, we didn't used to have all these types.
But sort of blitz spirit, like she will say a slur, but then be like, oh, it's good that we have all of these slurs here because of diversity, I guess.
Yeah, it's good. I love beep. I'm glad that they're here. Actually, so all the characters who still live in Manchester are all like, "Oh, you've gone down south and you've gone soft."
Yeah,
and it's like, what?
Yeah, that's right. So, she lives in this old house, this old big detached house. That's like, oh, I can't afford to keep it anymore. Classic, just the whole thing, just like middle class family does another middle class. This old detached house and like, I don't know, Hale or Sale or one of these places where like footballers live outside of Manchester.
Yeah.
And
Cheshire somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, no, I think it's supposed to be like Manchester-y. Anyway, Medlock. It's somewhere in Medlock. So the what happens is that the story of the show, Years and Years, is told on successive birthdays of this grandmother. When all the family, the ones that live in Manchester, the ones that live in London, and the one who's a sort of a crusading activist saving the world, all return for the grandmother's birthday. And sometimes there will be like several birthdays in an episode, right?
Yeah. I love how every character in this show is incredibly annoying, and every way and all the things that the other characters dislike about the other characters are somehow annoying things to dislike about them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's amazing.